You probably already know that YouTube pays people for posting videos on the website. But this year, YouTube has introduced big changes in what we need to do to get paid from them. I feel like not enough people know of the latest changes that YouTube have introduced, and so I'm missing out on new ways to make money on YouTube. So this video, I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know about getting paid on YouTube this year. So there's been an original process for making money on YouTube, which has existed for years, and it's still in place. It's just these changes have been built around it. And that original process consisted of 3 steps. The first one was you needed to live in the right country. If you live in certain countries, then unfortunately YouTube just doesn't pay you if you upload videos to the website. Fortunately, most of the big usual countries are supported and do get paid by YouTube. So if you live in any of those normal countries that you'd expect, yes, you will be able to get paid by YouTube. But there are some surprises. For example, I noticed that the Bahamas and China don't get paid by YouTube. So if you live in those countries, you don't get any money from YouTube. So I'll let you know at the end of this video how to find out if you are in an eligible country or not for receiving payments from YouTube. But just remember for now that you need to be in the right country. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is you need to have 1,000 subscribers to your YouTube channel. And let's just get to it. Step number 3 is you need to have also accumulated 4,000 hours of watch time on your YouTube channel in a 12-month period. So if you lived in the right country, you had 1,000 subscribers on your channel and 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel, you would get paid by YouTube. At the end of the month, money would land in your bank account. And I personally think this criteria was great because it just stopped YouTube from getting all of the crappy spam content that plagued the website for years. So these criteria were a good thing to be introduced. But as I said earlier, that's all changed. And there's 2 new methods that YouTube's introduced this year to get paid from the website. First method is harder than the previous method that existed that I just ran you through. But the second method, I believe, is easier. And I'm going to run you through both of them now. Okay, so let's start with the first of the 2 new ways to get paid on YouTube. I believe it's the harder of the 2 new ways. If we compare making money on YouTube in the past to running a marathon, this new step is more similar to sprinting down a track. And it's all got to do with YouTube Shorts. Since YouTube Shorts were released like a year or 2 ago, they just become more and more popular. And what we have today are some channels that only make shorts. They don't make the traditional long-form content that used to dominate YouTube. So the problem that emerged with this rise of new shorts creators was the previous criteria of getting monetized was that you needed 4,000 hours of your videos watched on your channel in a 12-month period. But the nature of shorts are they're short videos, always under 60 seconds, typically around 10 to 20 seconds. So for these new YouTube short only creators, getting 4,000 hours of your videos watched when your videos are only YouTube shorts was way harder than it was for the traditional creators that make longer videos. So what solution did YouTube come along and offer to these YouTube short creators? Well, instead of just looking at the amount of hours that those channels were getting watched in a 12-month period, YouTube added some new criteria where it would simply look at the number of views you got on your shorts. So whereas in the past there was a strict rule that you needed 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel, this new criteria that meant that alongside that, another option you had was to get 10 million views from YouTube Shorts on your channel in 90 days. It gave YouTubers 2 directions that they could choose between to pursue to get their channel monetized rather than just one. So you have to admire YouTube's efforts to cater for all types of people uploading videos to their platform. But personally, I think 10 million views is an obscenely large number. I've made a few shorts in the past. I think my most viewed short got 70,000 views. Trying to get 10 million views in 90 days just seems obscenely difficult, like way harder than the previous criteria of 4,000 hours in the 12-month period. That's what I think anyway. Let me know what your thoughts are. And say anyway, your shorts are 20 seconds long and you are aiming for 10 million views to get monetized. By the time you get those 10 million views, you've accumulated 55 hours of watch time on those shorts, which defeats the purpose of YouTube introducing this new method to make things easier for shorts creators. They would have been better off just sticking with the initial criteria for their short videos. So I think this new method is rubbish, harder. You might not agree with me, but I had to include it in this video because it's a new way of getting paid on YouTube. Take it or leave it. But moving on to new way to get paid on YouTube number 2, in addition to the 2 sets of criteria we've also covered, this one is actually way easier than anything we've talked about so far. It's a lot easier, but there is a catch. I'll run you through why it's easier and see if you can figure out what the catch is going to be before I actually tell you what it is. So the new set of easier criteria that exists with this final way of getting paid on YouTube is you only need 500 subscribers. And on top of that, you need only either 3,000 hours of watch time on your channel or just 3 million, down from 10 million, 3 million views of your shorts in a 90-day period. That's a new, easier criteria. Once you've hit that, you just got to go to the Earn tab of the monetization settings on the back end of YouTube, hit the button to apply to get monetized, the same way you do with the previous methods, and you'll eventually get monetized. So those new, less demanding criteria from YouTube sound great, right? I mean, who here watching doesn't like the sound of making money from YouTube while having to do less work? You're probably thinking, surely there's a catch. And of course, there is a catch. Let me explain. If you hit that lower funding criteria of 500 subscribers and then either 3 million shorts views or 3,000 watch hours on your channel, yeah, you're going to be able to make money, but you're only going to be able to make money through fan funding. That's when your viewers donate to you, sort of like during live streams, live donations. Channel memberships, you're going to be able to set up memberships on your channel, and promoting your own products through your YouTube channel. There's a feature called YouTube Shopping that gets activated when you hit that higher level of criteria. But hitting those lower thresholds, you're not able at that stage to get advertising revenue from YouTube when YouTube pays you for the views you get on your channel every month. That exclusive privilege of getting paid for views on your channel, getting ad revenue, has been kept restricted to only people who have hit the higher original criteria of 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel in a 12-month period, or 10 million views from shorts in a 90-day period. Only then do you get YouTube ad revenue. So hitting the lower criteria and only getting a few monetization options is kind of like driving a fast car but only getting access to the first 3 gears. Another problem, limitation around this newer, easier way of making money, easier on YouTube, is this new program is only available to people in a much smaller group of countries than the original, harder criteria that was in place to getting monetized. So only a much smaller group of people are actually going to be able to get these new options. Obviously, I'll run you through the way of finding out if you are in an eligible country or not at the end of this video when I run you through how to do that for everything. And there's a couple of other setbacks that exist no matter what method you use to get paid by YouTube. The first one is if you have an inactive YouTube channel for over 6 months, YouTube will remove your monetized status and you'll have to earn it back, which means you can't get too lazy with YouTube and just leave your channel making money for you in the background. You got to keep grinding. And next up, YouTube won't pay you no matter which monetization route you use until you have earned $100 on your YouTube channel. If you haven't earned a new $100, then you're not going to get any money sent to you at the end of the month. So check out this video where I run through how long it takes you to make your first $10,000 on YouTube as a beginner. And by watching that video, you'll be able to figure out also how long it's going to take you to make your first $100 and start getting paid. And also the full list of eligible and ineligible countries for YouTube monetization can be found in the description to this video.